Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MTG Arena Run. Today, well, this one you're not gonna find this unless you actually look for it. So we actually have welcome deck duels. I was actually just looking for jump in. We didn't get jump in, but if you take a look at events, so we have our sealed starter deck duel. We've done that. Regular jump in, some quick draft, sealed draft, usual draft. Then you see Hobbit Welcome Deck duels. This one this one seems to be the event that we're getting here. I'm gonna I'm gonna do a quick check just to make sure. Yep, we don't get any actual jump in, but we do get this one. So for, so for this one, we have 5 welcome decks, one for each color, and we'll do a quick. I don't know. Oh wow, and it's okay. There are 40 cards in the deck. We get quite a few swamps here. 22 is a lot for a 40 card deck. So black is pretty much about mana of any type can be spent to cast them. Okay, so this one's a way to get stuff from your opponent. Otherwise, we have Golem headlining, quite a few goblins. Actually, I'm not sure what the team, if there's any coherent team here. I suspect, well, there's quite a bit of removal, but I don't suspect a coherent team here because this is supposed to be welcome decks. It's supposed to just have a little bit of everything. Okay, blue seems to have fewer lands, so this might be a big one here. Also, also a bit interesting. I suspect that yeah, we have quite a bit of card draw, a little bit of if you draw your second card. So that seems to be the strategy here. We also have quite a bit of scry as well. This time, this one just gets a rare instead, though it draw a card for each human tap this way. So this one seems to be we just have the one rare. We don't have any mythics here, so there's already a bit of imbalance here. Just doing a quick check. And also, since I was checking on humans, we have 6 humans, so we're not going to be drawing a lot of cards. Now, green, let's see. Elvish Archduke. Oh yeah, there was also a Languish in the other deck, so... Okay, this one's definitely the Elves deck. But no real rare. It looks like it's just Elvish Archdruid. In fact, you could say that if you're gonna get the welcome decks, assuming that you get a copy of Language, you get a copy of Shadow of the Enemy. I'm suspecting this might be a harder deck, but you do get one rare, one mythic out of it, so that might be a better value. Either that or there might be something about how it's constructed. We got an Inferno Titan out for red, so that, and quite a lot of removal here, so that is definitely a big one. So we got our mythic there, and what's our headline for this one? Also, the most normal number of lands. Dawn of a New Age. So that's our card draw. You kind of want to cast it later. Got a Mentor of the Meek. I feel like green got the shaft in terms of rares, but it might be the most coherent deck. We'll play in color order. I'm not sure why we're getting the okay. So yeah, if you can see in the bottom here, let's see if we actually get to that server there. Okay, maybe I moved around a bit too fast. Oh, okay. So, looks like everyone's playing a bit. What gives? Server, what's up? Why are we waiting? Okay, this one's a bit unnatural, so this one's a bit unnatural. We're just gonna have to open another one. Please stand by. Yeah, that was super weird. Just some Are we? Don't tell me we're also the only ones going through the welcome deck event, considering how heavily buried it is. I'm starting to suspect that we could. Actually, let's do a double check. Okay, let's do a double check. So join our Discord. You don't need to advertise that. It's advertising the store, advertising the set mastery. So no indication of the event at all. I do suspect there's no rush for this because this one will probably be up until the end of the event. So let's see. Keep playing until you reach 3 match losses. So this one's a bit weird. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to. So I don't even know if we're able to get all the way to the end or what if. This one is kind of similar. If it's similar to the Spider-Man event, the Spider-Man jump in where you're pretty much locked out to two wins, but you got rewards, good rewards for it. Anyway, so we'll keep this one. Decent start. Oh yeah, Fiend Hunter's there too. So do I want to start off with a 1/1 lifelink? Not really. I might just go for Provisioner. Ooh, Escort to King would have been nice too. But we're committed. We'll go for Provisioner. Then next turn we can probably start swinging in with this guy. Oh, never mind. So we'll just we'll draw a card and bottom out one of the planes. Well, we have quite a lot to bottom out. Yeah, Black might have a lot of probably has a lot of removal, so we might have Gnashing of. Okay, yeah, they do have quite a bit of removal there. And let's just play Esquire King. Just kind of wait it out. We're not exactly going to be pumping anything with this, so that might be an issue here. Okay. So probably just banishing like the Bat Cloud. What I might also do is I might just try to go through all 5 decks right away. See if the losses have any effect on it. I wouldn't know. Ooh, this is tough. Target creature gets -1. So at least we have a Fiend Hunter. I'm hoping. Also got Velvet Wing Butterflies here. I'm suspecting they're holding on to removal, so this is a very good time for both work. Yes. Okay. I suspect what they want to do is they want to cast the removal now and go for a surprise block. Oh no, just draw 2 cards loose. Okay. So if our opponent doesn't really do anything, we can just do Gaze and Wonder. Or like if they just cast creatures, we can just Gaze and Wonder. If they go for removal, we can do You may cast spells from among them, and mana of any type can be spent. That's gonna be a thing. You still need mana to cast it. So, but they can cast it anytime. So I guess there is that. I think this is how much to activate for. Yeah. So we just really need to protect our Fiend Hunter. Okay, I guess we can't protect from that. That's an issue. Let's see. So we're gonna wait first, see if we can hit another creature. Okay, we did. So first plan is to just use Velvet Wing Butterflies to tap. So technically we could have just taken the damage also. There was no need for us to do that quite yet. Well, they kind of forced us to do it. So we can chump. We can just kill the Provisioner or chump the... Yeah, we're gonna go for it now that our opponent already used up their... Opponent can just mass block everything. Or chump block is also acceptable too. Now, I could just take this out, but there's no real reason to. So now we're hoping to at least one of our flyers survives. Well, they're not activating that. And yeah, that's it. We got that. We got that one. We'll try out the... Probably not the black one is the one I'm... Yeah, the black one is the one I'm most unsure of. Yeah, it has removal. But as you saw, that was a big 6-mana spell that sure, the advantage is that you can cast it over time, but you really want to cast it late, not that early. So we'll change it out to say, I did say we're gonna go color order. Blue seems to be fine enough, but we'll go with this one. But this waiting for the server is so weird. We shouldn't have to be waiting for server after making a selection. In fact, I would not be surprised if there is a problem with this game mode. I'm gonna actually start looking up what's up with this game mode. Okay, we got yet another restart. What? So do a quick look at articles. We should have an announcement for it. So event schedule, Hobbit's event schedule. Okay, stakes are low. No entry fee, stakes are low. But but it doesn't really say what happens if you get your 2 wins. Anyway, we're going to go with the blue deck this time. I'm really hoping that it would let us try all 5 decks. That said, I do appreciate them giving welcome decks. Also, as far as reprints is concerned, the reprints aren't super. Like, Languish is okay. Inferno Titan wasn't super great. Anyway, we do start with we probably have to start with Bilbo Luckwearer into Lakeshore Apothecary. Opponent is starting, and they are in red, so we might be in trouble. A lot of our creatures don't exactly have that high. Yeah, we want to start pumping up this Lakeshore Apothecary as much as we can. But I can see that red being the red. I'm surprised. Black was supposed to be... Well, black did have quite a bit of interaction on us. I suspect red is also going to be the same here, and probably very aggressive. So red might actually be the one that does the best. Can't block this. We take. Also, Captain of Umbar still trades with this one, so nothing. Don't have an instant or sorcery. So draw, then discard. So at least we can block Gutter Snipe. Or at least this becomes okay. I guess that's an incentive to put a creature that does have flying. Yeah, that was a 4-mana spell. So now we can block on Battle-Scarred Goblin a bit. Also helps that a lot of our spells are kind of on the low end here. So equip creature. I suspect they put it on the Battle-Scarred Goblin. It is 3 to equip, so... Nope, Improvised Club. That is also another way around it, I suppose. Okay, so... Definitely have to play this. So we don't have a payoff this time, we're kind of trying to draw into it. So... But this does give us mana for this later. So this is me hoping it is not an Inferno Titan. Okay, we'll take that. But we are running out of humans at this point. Also, our opponent is about to drop a 5/5 flyer on us, so... I guess we hold on to this. Let's see if we can hit a 2-mana spell so that we don't give the shtick away. Yeah, we have to... See if they're greedy. I would have to cast it. I would have to cast it anyway, even if they cast something else. Yeah, they're not falling for it. We can do it next turn, though. The font is just as bad. So, equal number of cards in hand. Flying when this enters scry 2, so we can give ourselves a blocker. And we're just gonna still have to keep dinging on it. We have drawn quite a lot of cards, all things considered. Yeah, we'll leave these two. Probably should have considered dropping Captain of Umbar holding up the land. Or dropping this. Yep, there comes the Inferno Titan. The problem is if it goes straight for us, yeah, we're not really winning this one. Thankfully, Bilbo soaks up 1 damage. But yeah, putting it on the top is not a good option either. And we are forced to block 2. Yeah, we can concede this one. Unfortunately, we didn't hit any real card draw. All we were doing was just cycling through our deck. We'll do a quick investigation on the blue one. How much actual card draw was there? There was the counter spell that we ended up using as a counter spell, so that we didn't draw any cards off that. We have the 2 Kingfishers, that's net even. Net even. Okay, this one is kind of net. We're basically looking for ways to generate a lot of cards. It looks like the Garrison is the only one. So as it is, I would say that blue is not good. Okay, let's do that. I did say I wanted to try black. But let's do a double check. We have the Languish as our removal. We have a Bitter Downfall. That's very pricey. A Bent Blade, so that's 3 pieces. Gnashing of Teeth, that's 4. Stir Up Trouble if we don't mind sacrificing, though that's okay. And there's some Front Porch Sentries for small things. So realistically, about 5-6 if you count that, if you count the bats. Whereas what we have here, Crater Maker, Fire Leaper, but needs some help. Improvised Club can combo with that. So we have 2 pieces. Smite the Deathless gives us 4. We took a lot of damage from that Gutter Snipe. There's a Gandalf Spark Starter, a Smog, 2 copies of Smog, so lots of removal on the red side. We'll go with this one first. And let's see if this one still takes forever to send us back. Yeah, it is not looking very good for this event. It's as if they did not play test this at, well, that's a bit too mean. I suspect there is a small bug and it's probably not going to get fixed anytime soon because they buried the event so much that no one is going to notice it. it's been a long time since I have been reading articles on what's coming up in Arena. So and even then that one was kind of buried as well. So if I wasn't looking for it, I was gonna miss that as well. And I'm probably gonna try the green one next, because though it's horrible to run if you run up against black because that one has a board wipe. So Goblin on 2, Gutter Snipe on 3, Fire of Orange Tank doing pretty well. I think it also did not. If our opponent drops a 2-drop, we just smite the Deathless. Oh no. Yeah, they can't block it. Yeah, we'll probably have to take some damage, but we will go Gutter Snipe first. I definitely want to do Orn Tank. We saw how powerful that is. Even with it was a 1-land setback, but that 1-land setback actually meant that we could not optimize our mana. Okay, we might have been discarding quite a bit. Esquire. Okay. So now we need to stop drawing lands. This might also be an issue. The only card draw I noticed from red was were the crude spears. Doesn't exact. And yeah, incidental flyer. So I guess we slowed them down anyway, deal some damage. And I would still go. This creature attacks another. Yeah, this has to be the one attacking, so we will offer the trade. They're not taking it. Okay. So next turn we can drop all the font. Actually, because the welcome decks have a relatively flat power level, and also one that relies on curve, Fires of Ortank can be kind of backbreaking actually. So that said, we do have issues. If our opponent has any, they've already used their 1 bit of removal Magnificent, and if they have any like Fiend Hunter or, I'm gonna swing first. Then they go for the block. At least it's only on there. So we'll go for the Oliphant now. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they're holding on to some sort of removal. Let's bait it out. Then once that's okay. Let's clear those flyers. And opponent's gonna need quite a lot. No, wait. Draw a card. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we hit the Inferno Titan, and that was it. Let's see what happens. We got our 2 wins. Will it let us keep playing? Because I would like to at least. Okay, no, we get to claim it, and that's it. So let's see if we are allowed to play again. Oh, we get to restart, I think. But I've seen this happen before. We press start and it just bugs. Oh no, it didn't bug out. It just lets you play again. So we'll yes, we will definitely try the black deck, but we'll do the green deck first. So let's see if it okay. It's actually gonna let us match. So we can actually play with this one, and it's an infinite free event for a lot of uncommons. Okay, not that exciting. Well, but this is a nice graphic for Elvish Mystic. So Mystic into Woodland Weave Master. Okay, this is looking quite well. They didn't highlight the number of uncommons and the. Okay. Golden Spoon, food out of nowhere. Oh yeah, that other brand was Magic Spoon. Not. Well, opponent is in the tank. I'm wondering. Oh look. Oh, they're really in the tank. Okay, I guess we might not. We might not get a match after. Okay, I'm really surprised what happened to our opponent. We might not get a match. At least we might get something to cast. Yeah. So it looks like our opponent might be having connectivity issues. Okay, no, they're back. That was weird. So unfortunately, this is not a permanent buff, but it does help generate a lot of mana. I suspect our opponent might have some removal for this. Also note that our removal depends on our creature surviving, so Quarrel is nice, but yeah, if this gets burned out, we don't have anything. I suspect Woodland Weave Master gets burned out. Unfortunately, yeah, there's a smite. So it does take a lot to. It takes a lot of mana to get to the point where we start dumping counters. So we could probably lose just as quickly. Unfortunately, we hit a mana heavy hand, and red is probably our worst matchup. I guess if they trade 1 for 1, it's not the worst. But now we need to stick a creature, and we have not drawn anything. That said, now that I know that I probably still would not replay this. I probably would go straight for the black deck. Yeah, we need something to give us card draw. Green is not very well known for it. Like there's the Elvish Visionary, so that's just a 1:1, so not. Like I can pop this, but it just pops this back, so we will wait. We are not winning this game. Also, we don't have any really big green spells, so all this mana is it's not gonna help us anytime soon. This is to creature and opponent control, so there is that. If our opponent goes to equip here, I probably will just chump block if they attack. Or if they don't, yeah, because but yeah, if we keep drawing lands, it's yeah, this is kind of over. Though that one was a really bad hand. Ah, how many lands did they give us again for this one? I know the black deck was incredibly bad at 22 lands. I think this one's at 21, so very bad also. Remember, this is a 40 card deck. You're supposed to have only 17 lands. We will try the black deck this time, as bad. And this will probably be our last match no matter what, because I don't think... Because having to wait for the having to close it because of waiting for server glitch, it's not boding really well for... It's not really boding well for this one. Just to be clear, everything else in this one was fine. Played Constructed, it was fine. Played a little bit more midweek Magic. Just to get a few extra games of Brawl out. That one was working fine. I haven't tested Unlimited, but yeah, it looks like it looks like this one is kind of busted. I would also not be surprised if we're actually just missing cards altogether. I'll take a look at... Let's see if I can find the deck lists. So let's double check. Ooh, yeah, the deck lists are completely different. Okay, for starters, that white deck, there's supposed to be a Rogue's Passage there. Let's see, we're not casting, but these are fine. Yeah, okay. There's supposed to be a Lorien revealed for the blue deck, and I did not see that. There's supposed to be a Colossal Whale as well. Wow. Okay. And everything is supposed to be 60 lands in a Rogue's Passage, so something is wrong. Something is wrong, and I mean it. Like, we do have to... I'm trying to see what were the cards that we're missing here. Wayfarer's Bauble. Okay, that's supposed to be there. So... So I might as well go hard here. And let's see. Okay, War Tactics, I did not see that one. There's supposed to be a Galleon. I'm not sure if I saw that. Okay, there's an Elvish Archdruid. There's supposed to be a... Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. It looks like the welcome decks are quite broken. Okay, opponent had to sacrifice that for Cub. We will get... Opponent's gonna have to spend a lot of removal on this. In the meantime, we still get to... But yeah, it looks like the welcome decks are incorrectly programmed for one reason or another, so... So as much as possible, I want to wait on our opponent. Also, what have they discarded? Crater Maker, 1 land. I really wish they... But we can do Shadow of Enemy into another... Okay, Fire Leaper's not go first. Yeah, we can wait. So we'll draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Okay, but at least at least we don't have a stinker of the next 2 draw steps. And our opponent still has to answer this. So this one, we can just hard cast to kill this. Our opponent's gonna, I think, hit this a bit. Opponent got their short spears in order. So we're literally trying to dodge a dragon. So we take 4. We could also exile our own, but our opponent's graveyard's looking better. I could just block it. They are signaling that they might have the burn spell for this. And the interesting thing is that we can I guess that's it. Sure. And there we go. Got our win. Got our win with the black deck, playing a little bit of red. Yeah, the actual deck, but yeah, the deck lists are broken. It's nice to see that they managed to fix it by adding more lands, but yeah, it's still kind of broken. So definitely the biggest losers are blue and green. Red can still function fine. White can still kind of function fine. I'll try green one more time because that one was the weirdest one of bunch. But yeah, in reality, a lot of the... And these are not even commander cards. These cards are in the main set. You should have that. I'm referring to the cards that are missing. They are in the main set. You should have access to them. Also note that it finally played out correctly this time. So I guess if I don't look into the deck list, it will check just fine. Yeah, the white deck is missing an equipment. Okay, so at least we have Scry 2, but we do need a creature to land for this to work. And this is only to cast elf spells, so... And black has quite a bit of removal here. Yeah, I have to say that this event just might be broken altogether. Okay. So I can quarrel to snipe this. But yeah, I have to be very careful. If our opponent has removal for this, it's just going to be very, very bad for us. And watch us, let's see, if we keep drawing forests again, it's kind of over. Oh no, it's not so over. It's still quite bad though. Like, I guess there's an argument for just some... But considering that green is missing most of its interaction, like what is it actually? Like it has the 2 quarrels and the 1 ward tactics, but that's about it. So this is okay. Okay, they don't have anything. I don't really like putting it all here. Oh wow, definitely want to scry those 2. Yeah, but putting it here is really bad because it makes a removal magnet. It probably would have been better off here. But at least I got the scry 2. That was the most important thing I can ask for. I wish I still had the quarrel for this. We should have a second copy of it. I don't think we have a copy of Ward Tactics, though that is supposed to be there. Yeah, I'm gonna offer it up as a trade. And the plan now is to just keep buffing our Guardian the halls as big as possible. Okay, we'll have to do it the hard way. If we can hit 1 land, that will put our Guardian out of reach. Oh yeah, language is also going to be quite bad for us too. I do like the art of the new cards though. And I'll offer the Adder Cap. Yeah, they're not gonna. So if they can't languish our board, we can make this into an 8. They can make this into an 8 as well. So we kind of want to take some time growing this guy. We can still keep swinging with the Adder Cop for now. Interesting name, by the way, Adder Cop. Oh yeah, they can't return this no legendary creature yet. They can K2, but that doesn't really do anything yet. Also of note that this is instant speed, but I might as well just do it now. Basically, I'm trying to bait the sentries to block sure they get to take one of our other creatures, but it makes it harder for them. They need to hit hard removal. They do have a few pieces of it. So 4, 6, 8, 10. I can get it to 11, which will trade out completely. They'll trade out their board completely, but we can still wait. We're not in a real rush here. It seems like we benefited a lot. Yeah, they could trade that one. Yeah, we don't have our Elvish we don't have our Elvish Archdruid anymore, so no point in that. So yeah, if our opponent hits, as soon as our opponent hits removal, we're just dead. So yeah, but now we have the opportunity swing. Our opponent doesn't have anything. They can move the equipment around, but oh, there is more tactics. So we do have some protection for this. And they have to spend 2 life, so yeah, they're just dead anyway. Because they go down to 7. Yeah, we deal exactly 9. So yeah, we just happen to have we managed to hit our long game here. The hard way. Okay, so some justice for that. I don't think we're gonna do the blue deck anymore. But there you go. That's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. And yeah, do you get to keep doing this? We just get a bunch of uncommons. Still fine. Can't complain too much about that. Let's double check and see if we actually got those. Because the indicators... Yeah, we did. We did get this one earlier for another reason, but yeah, we did get the Caveron Harrier. So there you go. So we do get our uncommons there. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.